Alright, before we get started, I gotta make an announcement. Headlines Barbershops has officially opened its 4th location over there in the Gibsonton Riverview area. If you're looking for a spot, if you're a barber and you're looking for a shop, come check us out. You can hit me up on Instagram or Snapchat, all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and get started. And as you can see, we're knocking down the bulk on the top of this haircut. In the past he had like a bald fade, high top fade. And what I'm doing here is I'm trying to get the hair to lay down. So I spray some water, some sprays, and now I'm blow drying the hair while I'm brushing it, so it'll lay down, so that we can use this number 2 blade with the grain. Try to get these waves back in, because when my man grows his hair out and he starts waving, he's wavy. So it's a number 1.5 right here, and I like to use a little bit shorter clip or a little bit shorter blade in the front where I'm gonna line it up, just so it's not curling up in the front and it lays down real nice. So here we're blending the hair. This is a number 3, and we're knocking down that bulk, making sure that blends in good to the side. Right here I'm putting some product, like a pomade, so that the hair lays down real nice, especially in the front, because when we line this up, we don't want him to go home, take a shower, and all of a sudden he's got a whole bunch of like little hairs hanging over his hairline. So we want this thing, especially since he went from really long to short, we want to make sure that everything's laying down real nice, so that when we line it up, it doesn't look different when he gets home and takes a shower. Believe it or not, clients, they notice that. That's going to be the difference between your haircut and somebody else's haircut, by taking an extra 2 minutes to do that. What I'm using right here to line him up are the wall detailers. You guys know from my last, one of my last videos, my clippers have been breaking left and right, my trimmers. We're gonna go ahead and blend this side. This is a number 2, I believe. And then from the number 2, we'll go to the number 1 or the 1/8 open, as you see here. And then we'll close it until it blends to the sides. The sides are about a 1 or maybe a half at the very bottoms. But he's gonna grow the sides back out, so we just want it to look good in the meantime. And we're gonna go ahead and taper the sides in the back. I'm using the details to ball them out. And he likes a high, super skin tight taper. Like I'm talking about, he don't want no C cup and nothing like that. He wants it bald. I tried to give him a C cup one time. He was like, "Man, take that C cup out of here." So I give the clients what they want. Just gonna do that all the way around. And remember, I said super tight, so we're gonna follow that up with the shaver and try to get it razor tight. Let's go and start doing this tape. These are some new clippers. These are some new wireless Austers that I'm trying out. And we're gonna start off like we do with every other clipper, all the way open, about an inch up. Then we're gonna close it all the way, go from the first line demarcation, open it up as we go up towards that next guideline that we created till it's blended. Right here, while we're here, we might as well start blending the beard in. As you close the lever, it cuts closer. As you open the lever, it leaves longer hair. Right here we have the half guard, the wall's half guard. This is like a 1/16, and it's open, but we're gonna close it. Like you see here, we're closed until it blends. We're just following it up with the guard off, all the way open. Generally, what you use to put a line in is what you use to take it out, and that's why I followed it up with the blade all the way open. Right here, we're doing the same thing with the beard. We got the 1/16. Now we got the blade, just the blade all the way open. We're closing it till it's blended. This red guard is the number 1. Doesn't really fit that well. That's why I'm holding it with my finger. Like, you gotta understand your measurements. You gotta know that from the 0 is the half, then from the half is the 1/16 for the half guard. Then from that is the 1 guard or the 1/8. Then it's the 1/4, so on and so forth. And you just know that those are the steps that you take. And when you're blending, as you move that lever, you're going up 1/4 of an inch all the way, each step, until it's blended. It's really not rocket science. I think a lot of times we kill the rate of learning that we do because we overthink things. Here I switched it up to the master so you guys can see me blending. I guess I wanted to try something different. Blend one side with some new clippers and blend the other side with my go-tos. Not to compare the two like it's a competition, but just to show you guys that you guys can make these blends with really any clipper. But as you'll see on this side, I blend it a lot faster because I'm used to the masters. This is a 1/16 guard. Now, like I said, I'm following it up with no guard because that's the line. That's what I use to put this line in. The number 1 guard or the 1/8 guard. Back to my wireless Osters. This is the blade all the way open. Now we got the 1/16 or the half guard, and that's all the way open, and we'll close it as needed. Now we take the guard off, and we're following underneath it and cleaning it up. I think it's closed right now. We're gonna open it every 1/4 of an inch that we go up, 1/4 of the way, until it's blended out. And I got a review coming out pretty soon on these clippers, so you guys can check them out. If you watch my live stream, you'll see me grab these clippers and the Oster rep really be a jerk towards me, asking him questions about it. But VIP actually had one, but they were willing to loan me, so I went ahead and grabbed them, and I've been rocking with them. These are called the Oster Turbo 360s. I guess they got like a turbo button on the side. I didn't really use it much, but they seem like cool clippers. I'll do a review on them. Right here, we're just cleaning it up, the balding, with the wall detailers. Let's go ahead and start lining him up in the back. And these detailers, they're not zero gap. I don't use that adjuster that comes with the detailers. It brings them up too tight, and these things will do surgery. Sometimes the blade shifts on these detailers, so I don't use it. Right here, I coach my client a little bit. I started lining him up, and I noticed how push forward his beard was from its natural line. So I coached him, and I told him, listen, let's go ahead and blend your beard in. That way, I don't have to push your line so far up on your beard. It just doesn't look right. And he was happy to hear it, and he's like, yeah, let's do it. And he was very happy with the results. So sometimes you gotta coach your clients a little bit. You blend these beards really the same steps as you do any type of blending. It's just from the left side to the right side, or from the bottom up, or from however you want to blend your beards. Right here I'm using the outliner blade to line up the other side. Just to show you guys, sometimes I line up somebody's whole haircut with these blades. I like them. You can see how pushed forward the beard is. We had to blend this out, man. We had to. I think I would have forced him to let me blend that beard out. I was gonna let him walk out the chair looking like that. Crazy. But nah, when you care, like some barbers would just be like, yo, somebody push your beard forward or whatever, and really kind of crap on the previous barber. I don't do that, man. I don't want to know who cut your hair last. None of that stuff. I just want to do what I think is right in my chair. I'm not worried about the other guy. So I noticed a lot of barbers will be like, hey, who cut your hair last? Yo, they messed you up. I'm not about that, man. Doesn't matter. He thought that was the right thing to do. That's him. But for me, I coach my clients, and I just want to get the results that I want to give. Don't care about nobody else. And I think that's a message that a lot of you barbers need to hear, because nobody wins when you start hating on the last guy. Doesn't matter. If you give the client in your chair the most attention and the right service, why are you worried about the last guy? Lock these clients in. As you see, I line up a lot with these outliner blades on the Andy ZR, the Super ZR, because it just don't irritate the skin, but it still gives a sharp line, and it's gonna get sharper with the razor, but it's just a comfortable trim. And the face is it's very sensitive. Above the lip line is very sensitive. This is just so much more comfortable, and it does the job until the razor comes. So right here we're using the 245 shave gel. You guys know how I feel about this. This is my product. You can get it at 245.com, and we're working with some distributors, some wholesalers and stuff, and some reps. So hopefully soon it'll be in your city. But this is what I use, and I love it, man. I think the blade slides beautifully with it. I think the aloe vera is great. You never see irritation on my clients. Their face feels moisturized after a shave, and the fragrance is amazing. This is my baby. So I want to brag about this 245 shave gel, and I am, because I love it. It's my baby. I use a lot of the corner of the blade, a lot of short strokes. And sometimes, I worry about the line and the shape of it first, like I did in this example, and then I'll, shave the bulk of it. Right here, like, I was telling you, he doesn't want a C cup, so I went against the grain and I shaved, the C cup out. He wants it like skin tight, so I mean, that's a lot of love. You pass the trimmer, you pass the shaver, and now I'm going against the grain with the razor, and there's no irritation. Clients notice that and they appreciate it. So I put the shave gel on this hairline, and I take a brush and I brush it down, and that's gonna lay the hairs down. Okay, that's gonna lay the hairs down so that I can get a nice line without too many little overhanging hairs. And yeah, that's my daughter. I'm recording this with my daughter on my lap. Whatever it takes to make these videos happen, right? And I like to, the clients assist me a little bit in this area because it is a sensitive area. So they will, stretch out their lip pretty much, so I can get into their lip line, their mustache, and line it up right. Here's another example of me doing the line first with the razor, and then I'll shave the bulk. Like I said, the corners of the blade. And here I'm cross shaving, so I get a nice tight shave without, having to go against the grain. Sometimes you gotta go against the grain to get that close shave, but sometimes across the grain is enough. I walk into a lot of places, and a lot of places they don't use the razor. I just feel like, man, if you start using the razor, you know, set yourself up for success, and set yourself apart from everybody else. What makes you different? That razor, man. I'm telling you, lock these clients in. And there's always questions about what type of razor I use. I really like the Dorco Primes. Lately, I've been leaning towards those. I used to love the Personas, but they've been slacking a little bit on the quality of their razors. They repackaged and stuff, and I feel like the blades are just different. So I rock with the Dorco Primes. They're the blue ones, but it's gotta say Prime because there's 2 blue Dorcos. It's gotta say Prime. Razor around the ears. And by pulling at the scalp, you can get behind the ear a lot easier, a lot safer. And I try to avoid using the razor on the neck on anyone, just because that's a real sensitive area. Some people I know I can, so I will do it, but the shaver gets real tight. And here I'm freehanding any of the little hairs, because remember, he had long hair on top. So this is the finished product. Hope you guys like it. He seemed to like it. He's been a long time client of mine. I appreciate you guys. I can't thank you guys enough for all the support, all the love. Check me out on Snapchat, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Appreciate it.